Are you ready to change your money flow? Would you like to get beyond the six figures that you keep bumping up against? Well, let me tell you, my book, Magical Money Manifestations, is going to help you create money manifestations on autopilot so that you will have more money, more freedom, and more joy in your life. Go to magicalmoneymanifestations.com to find out more information. If this is the first time you're listening to the Wealthy Wednesday show, please remember to subscribe and click on the like button. This is Lucy McMonagle. I am the Mystic Wealth Creator and I mentor mystic entrepreneurs to create more freedom in their business through conscious wealth creation so that they can make a big impact in the world and leave a legacy. I truly believe that when we accept our mystic powers and use them as entrepreneurs, that we will accelerate the transformation of this world so that we can bring about more peace and harmony, free from hunger and free from war. So today we have a very special edition of the Wealthy Wednesday show, and I'd like to invite you to click on the subscribe button and click on the like button. So please make sure you share this Wealthy Wednesday show with any of your friends, post it on your social media, and be able to put the comments below so I can provide you with exactly what you're looking for and what you want to get out of this show. So now let's get started. Hey, 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 this is Lucy McMonagle. Welcome to another edition of the Wealthy Wednesday Show. I'm so excited. I've got a wonderful, fabulous person who is the author of Women Who Lead. Her name is Angela Pride, and she is the founder of Coach with Pride, a leadership training firm that is passionate about taking leaders to their next level. Angela is also an organizer of the When Women Lead movement. So she offers empowerment, coaching, mentoring, and she's also an author, speaker, radio personality, a mother, and a wife. Wow, Angela, you have really got a full packed schedule. Can you tell us a little bit on what was your passion on writing Women Who Lead and starting this movement that you're creating?
Oh, I tell you, thank you so much, first off, Lucy, for having me on your fabulous show with this awesome audience that's viewing us today. But so my inspiration, in all honesty, I had no clue. I love leadership. I'm super passionate about leadership. Never really aspired to work with women in particular. But I tell you what, when God speaks, you listen, right? Or in my case, you run a little bit and then you run a little bit more and then you say no and then you finally give in. And so when I did, I published my first book in 2015, When Women Lead, Volume 1, and the response to that book was just phenomenal. And so from that, I've been pushing this movement as far as encouraging women who are out there who are already leading, but just being more effective, more productive, and just leading more in whatever capacity it is. It can be you're a stay-at-home mom. It could be you're a business owner. It could be you're an executive. It could be you're aspiring to do some different things. And I just want to push women to go out and get it.
Wow. And for the women, the leaders that are listening to this, what does that push, quote unquote, kind of look like? What kind of nudges can you give them here as you're talking to us?
Well, basically, what I've found, and in particularly with women, is that we lack a lot of confidence. You know, we don't help each other as much. Like my theme for this year is we are better together. I really want women to help one another. I want them to stop, with this dog eat dog, or I've worked too hard to get where I am. I want us to reach back and grab our sister and encourage our sister and say, hey, yeah, if I did it, you can do it. But, being helpful towards one another and truly being passionate about that in whatever it is, even if it's a competition type of thing, because I think competition is also, I just did a blog post a few months back about that. in that thing in particular, because women and being in competition with one another, sometimes that can just be a whole ugly mess. And I want to, again, reiterate, we are better together, and help women to learn how to push one another and build that confidence and that boldness to say, I can push you, and I would love for someone to push me as well.
Exactly. And really understanding that you are creating a movement that is so passionate and so powerful on the entire new way of business that this world is evolving towards. And my belief is that we are going back to community, which is where we encourage one another, we empower one another, we help one another, we collaborate with one another. And the community is not just the small unit anymore, it's global.
Yes.
And helping women become better, more effective leaders is very important. Can you give us some tips on how can one woman who, she's been in the dog eat dog world, she's tired of it, she knows it's not the right way, she knows things are changing, what are the first baby steps that you suggest that she can take on her own so that she can start showing by example, or she can start moving more towards this new wave of collaboration that we're creating?
Well, I think that the big thing is really just networking and building
Yes.
relationships first and foremost. I really think that so many people out here they say they're networking, but it's not working. And so I've actually done a blog on that as well. And you can find my blogs over on Google, Coach with Pride's Thoughts. But so you can go back and look at some of those blogs. But I think that the hard part is just kind of trying to build those relationships. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight because we built up this mindset for 20, 30, 40 years, or however old we are. And so it doesn't just change. You have to really start shifting in your thinking. And so developing that relationship is going to be key. I would urge every woman to not only try to aspire to be a mentor, but have a mentor themselves. I think it starts there. When you know, whether it's a male or a female, I would love for ladies to have female mentors, but in all honesty, I've never personally had a female entrepreneur mentor me, because most women, again, don't have that confidence. So I said, you know what? I haven't seen it. I hadn't been able to get anyone to mentor me. So guess what? I'm going to start doing it myself. And so we just need to start somewhere. So whether it's you obtaining a mentor, ladies, or whether it's you mentoring someone else, whether it's a college student, whether it's your friend's daughter, whether it's that lady that just came in the office and she's not feeling all that comfortable, just start somewhere. Okay. That's the hard part. Just start.
Oh, wow. And that's so important because you really touched upon so many key factors: is to start networking, to start mentoring, find a mentor who can help you. I mean, those three key factors are so powerful for helping the leaders of the women who are just moving forward and helping with this movement. Can you tell us a little bit about your book? You have Women Who Lead Volume 1, but you also have Women Who Lead Volume 2. Is that correct?
Yes, When Women Leave, volumes 1 and 2 are both available on Amazon.com, ladies, if you want to get copies. But I'll just share a little bit about you. I kind of tell a little bit about my story and how I feel like I was really a natural leader. I was groomed to be a leader. I was raised by my grandmother and my mother. They were powerful women. And so with that being said, there are things in volume 1, like never stop at no. There are things in chapter in volume 1 that is, there are some C's that you need to know about. And I talk about curiosity. I talk about consistency. I talk about communication. And so just key elements. Again, I never pretend to be the start all and the end all of everything. But what I'm doing with my books is I want to just really spark something inside of you. It's probably something maybe that you've heard before, but maybe not heard it in the way that I'm saying it, but something that's just going to spark you again. Another C is that confidence. We as women, we have to be confident. We have to exercise our voice. We cannot be silenced in this leadership role. A lot of us have these roles, but we are kind of, I don't want to rock the boat. So in volume 2, I talk about rock the boat. I definitely want you to rock the boat. It's okay to rock the boat. And so just encouraging women to, do the things that we're already equipped with. We're natural multitaskers, but we can be more effective. right? We can do some things better. We don't have to be the administrator when we're in the office full of a group of guys just because we're the female. We don't have to be the person that goes and gets the coffee every time we have a meeting. You know what I mean? Though just the little subtle things that allow us as women to be bold and to be better.
Wow. And you really touched the keys on those factors is if you're in a group, if you're in an office setting, just because you're a woman, they shouldn't expect you to go and get the coffee, go do the errands, go do the things that might not even be your job.
Right.
And to, I mean, rock the boat, to be able to have your voice heard, stop being silent, let people know, hey, this is how I feel, and doing it in such a way that's empowering to yourself, empowering to the other people while raising your confidence.
Absolutely. The confidence level, that part is really key. I also talk about in my book, I talk about drive, how, it's necessary to be driven in whatever you're trying to do. One of the last chapters in volume 1, I talk about Superwoman being a fictional character. And I bet you there's some ladies listening today who has that Superwoman syndrome I talked about just a minute ago about us multitasking. So we want to do everything and we want to look like we can do everything. But I also want to encourage women, don't forget about your team. Who are the people around you? Superwoman it's cool. When people say to me, I don't know how you do everything that you do, but I'm not trying to be Superwoman. I'm just trying to be the best Angela. And so that is what that chapter is about, encouraging you that although you may be wearing a lot of different hats, but being the best you and knowing how to take care of you and also sometimes take a back seat to some things is going to also be essential in your success.
Exactly. Could you tell us a little bit about the mentoring programs that you have created for the individuals, for the women that are in your area?
Okay, so and actually this is for anybody, because the mentoring programs that I have right now are done over a conference call. And so anyone can join into these calls. I'm actually finishing up one right now, that it was just phenomenal. 8 weeks of, we got together every other week. So it was a 4 month time period, but it was only 8 weeks. But in between, you had homework and those sorts of things. So this particular mentoring program is for the business owner. It's for that small business owner, maybe that solopreneur, that woman that's just needing encouragement. We have various topics each week that I focus on. And the good news about this mentoring program is I'm getting ready to actually release it on CD, on audio. So women will be able to purchase it, and they may not, you don't get the same effect with being on the call with me, each week. But at the same time, some people are self-sufficient and can do some things themselves. So I want to start offering it via audio as well. But I also have, so that's one mentoring program. I also have a mentoring program that is just in the area for young girls ages 11 to 17, trying to start them at that middle school age with the confidence, with, hey, it's okay for you to take risk as a girl, with, body image, with talking about a lot of this reality TV stuff that we see that really isn't reality, right? So just really just trying to start at a young age and encouraging young ladies about leadership, because I just think that that's such a need, and I think it's something that's not necessarily being covered in the classroom.
That's true. And we have come a really long way in the educational system. And just a friend of mine who's not much older than me, she wasn't allowed to take woodworking. She wasn't allowed to wear shorts underneath her dresses, even though she did gymnastics.
Wow.
Like, and just there's so many things. And in my generation, I was allowed to take woodworking, but we don't groom the young generation for leadership, not the women. And our educational system is in the flux of changing as more and more women are showing us that they're capable of doing a lot of things that at one time was deemed inappropriate, or we were just deemed we weren't capable. So
Right. Right.
having that confidence for the young women is so crucial for our entire future and our generations to come.
Well, and and that's what I said. I said there's a need. I have two daughters myself, actually three now, because we've had an adopted daughter. But I have three girls, and I don't want my girls to go in the world and feel that they're inferior to anyone. I want them to feel the same way that my sons feel, that they can do anything. And the one other tip that I want to give the lady: who's going to stop you? I have to say that to myself at least once a week. Who's going to stop me? Because my goals are so big and my visions become so big. But a lot of times we have to talk to ourselves, ladies. We have to say, who's going to stop me? There's no failure in continuing to go, right? Don't quit. Don't give up. Whatever your dream is, whatever your vision is, ladies, I want you to be encouraged today. Coach Pride, Angela Pride says you can do it. And who is going to stop you?
Exactly. Wow. And that's really powerful to ask yourself who is going to stop you. And a lot of times that answer may be you.
Right, absolutely. I feel like, for me, I'm the only person that is going to be able to say I can't do something. No one else is going to be able to put limits on me. And so starting from girls ages 11, going all the way up to women ages 99, I am setting out to really be on that mission about pushing the confidence, pushing the boldness, pushing the exercising your voice. You have a voice, and who's going to shut you up? Right. So that's kind of how, that's what I do in my seminars. That's what I do in my workshops. And again, it's not all just about women, but like I said, this When Women Lead movement, it really has taken on an arm of its own. It's got its own things going on. And, I didn't set out for it to be that way, but that's, I think, how it's a God thing, when things just keep moving and you get such a great response from it. Because not to take anything away from my workshops and the things that I do with organizations and business owners, but again, I think ladies are hungry for this type of information and the things that I'm pushing, because it's not the norm.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely. I have to agree with you. It is not the norm. And for now,
Right,
it's not the
absolutely.
norm.
That's right. That's right.
And it's so exciting to be a part of this change where we're able to truly make a difference into the world and truly make a difference in our personal lives, our families, and that extends into our friends. And when your girls are going to school, and even if the school system hasn't changed, all of the young girls that you're reaching, once they start getting that confidence, they start leading effectively. And
Yes.
there's ways you can lead effectively and ways that you can lead ineffectively, and we'll talk about that real shortly, briefly, before we finish wrapping up. So that right there is like a spider effect, because other girls who might not be in the program, who might not be mentored, they're going to start noticing these girls who have confidence, these girls who are leading, these girls who are doing things, who are up to big things. And it's just like a chain reaction.
Absolutely. And that was part of the reason why I wanted to start the mentoring programs, because I come from a village concept. I believe that it takes a village. So whether someone sees my daughters and how they're behaving, or whether someone sends their daughters through any of my programs, or whether it's just women that they're encountering, I believe that it takes a village. I believe that when you see things, you can emulate them, you can relate to them, you can gravitate towards that, and you can be that. If you can see it, you can be it. And that's what I teach my ladies to walk in. My young ladies, the young lady mentoring program is called Young Ladies Lead 2, because it's geared towards, like I said, that 11 to 17. And I'm actually in the process of working on some stuff also for 18 to 25 young ladies that may not be attending college, but also encouraging them that they can be entrepreneurs and that they can be executives and that they can still be great business women, even though they choose not to go to a four-year university. So
Yeah, and that's so true. That is so very true. So the can you tell us real quickly, in your opinion, what's the difference between an effective leader and an ineffective leader?
well, I have a little phrase that I use all the time: action is required. I think effective leaders are always about action. They're doers. They
Mhm.
roll up their sleeves and they get in there with you. They don't just bark out orders. They're not just watching what you do. They're not just necessarily trying to manage you. They are a person of action. And so I think to be effective, action is required. And so that is what I teach all of my leaders that I train, whether male or female, that you have to be action oriented. There are some things that you've got to do. And whereas an ineffective leader basically sits back and just tells you what to do and feel like they're the boss or feel like they're more important and that you're a peon, and those are not effective ways. And you see it all the time in the marketplace. You see it in corporations, you see it in fast food restaurants, you see it in hospitality industry, that people are leading, but they're not leading effectively. And if you're not leading and no one's following you, you're just taking a walk. I think John Maxwell said that. I won't say that. But to be effective, you've got followers. To be effective, you've got influencers. But again, those people, effective leaders, are always action leaders.
Exactly. Well, Angela, this has been really, really fast. Can you tell us a little bit about the free gift that you have? And also, you have other outlets of information, such as you have a podcast, you have a radio, you have a blog. So can you tell us, how can people get a hold of you, your free gift, and more information about you?
Oh, yes. Right. We didn't talk about a lot of stuff. So, guys, I am all over social media, though. And I will tell you that I am on the radio, and you can get me Monday through Thursday via tunein.com. You can download that app, or Simple Radio app. My call letters are WXRU 107.9 FM. I'm on from 12 to 1 p.m. Monday through Thursdays. But you can follow me on social media. I'm Angela Pride on social media. I have an author's page. I have a business page, Coach with Pride. I'm also on Instagram under Coach with Pride. I am on Twitter under Coach Pride. So you can follow me on any of those social media outlets. And today what I'm giving away is a t-shirt similar to the one that I have on. It's When Women Lead. Let's see if I can't put it down for you. When Women Lead, my WWL shirts. And actually, this was one of my first ones. So the other ones that I would be giving out is going to have action is required on the back, because again, I am a real stickler about that action. So ladies, so if you hear this video and you share it on Facebook, and I'm going to basically enter your name into a drawing, and you can be in contact with me, but we're going to be broadcasting this, of course, on Facebook. So once you see it, I want you to share it, and I want you to comment done, and then you'll be entered in a drawing to win the free t-shirt. Okay.
Wow, that's fabulous. So you have a free t-shirt, you're entering people on social media that put done on it, and then on your website at coachwithpride.com, you also have some really fabulous goodies, and plus you have your own radio show that you're on Monday through Friday, and you have your blog on your website, and you have other information. So that's amazing for creating your movement and getting this out. Is there any last tips you would like to leave our audience before we say our farewells?
Well, I just really want to reiterate that just start. I know a lot of people out there, again, are stuck. You're in that procrastination spirit. Just start. Don't worry about the ending. If you take a little chunk out today and do it, I would say do a power hour. Take a power out each day and work on whatever your vision is, whatever your dream is. And trust me, you'll get it done. Before you look up, it'll be over. So just start. Stop procrastinating and get to work. Action is required. Thank y'all for tuning in today.
Absolutely. Thank you. You have a fabulous day. And I want to thank my audience. Thank you for listening to the Wealthy Wednesday show. Again, I'm your host, Lucy McMonagle. You can find me on all social media outlets, especially LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can also go to my website, lucymcmonagle.com, find out what I'm up to, find out what kind of mystics wisdoms that I'm creating every single week. And I'd really love to hear from you. I love the comments, and thank you for letting me know what topics you want me to cover. So until next week, abundant blessings. Thank you for listening to the Wealthy Wednesday show. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle. I am the Mystic Wealth Creator, a mentor for conscious women entrepreneurs, helping them create more freedom in their business through conscious wealth creation. I would love to extend to you a free gift. And all you need to do is go to my website at lucymcmonagle.com. That's LUCIMCMONAGLE.com. to get your free gift. So until next time, abundant blessings.